Good morning. Happy Tuesday. You made it through your first day back. And now we get to do it all over again today. Okay, let's get started with list 18. So we have our 4 phrases and our 4 root words. Please don't forget to take notes. Please write in the definitions of your root words and the examples. I didn't give you very many examples. I am going to give you a little bit of an assessment on Google Forms over this, so please take that. There should only be about 6 questions or so on it real quick. I want to see if you're grasping the material right after and then how you do the following day as well. So it's either going to be embedded in the PowerPoint or it's going to be on Google Classroom on its own. So be looking for that. Please take that. No, it's not for a grade, but yes, I need you to take it so I can see if you understand the words or not on your unit test. Those are in the grade book, by the way. Y'all really struggled on the fantastic phrases, and so I want to make sure that you're understanding those before you take a quiz over them. Okay, so let's get started. Our first one, ex libris. This is from the books or the library of. So you'll find this in the front of a book of someone's personal book. This isn't from an actual library. This is from like someone's personal library. So one of the examples is most of Miss Gallo's teaching resource books have ex libris Maddie Gallo on the inside cover. So when you see ex libris, it means it's coming from someone's personal library or just the books they own. And if you saw ex library, it would be a public library or a school library. So this is used for personal books from someone's individual library. So you can see little pictures here. These are vintage little plates you could put on your book when you owned them. Ipso facto, this is a word that is not used often. Actually, this whole list, we don't use these words very often, but it's still good for you to have some sort of understanding or be introduced to them. So ipso facto, by the fact itself. This is explaining something that should be evident due to another fact. So this is kind of like saying duh. So your examples, I gave you 3 because it's kind of a tricky word. So your first example, an alien ipso facto has no rights to a U.S. passport. So an alien, not as an extraterrestrial, but as someone from another country. So an alien, duh, has no rights to a U.S. passport. So you would say ipso facto if you don't want to use the word dub and sound intelligent. Your second one, if a crime occurs, then there is ipso facto a guilty party. And if he couldn't escape fate, then ipso facto neither could she. So again, it's giving you this duh. I'm reiterating, you should be able to figure this out on your own based on the sentence, but I'll give you more information. This one, you're always going to see in its abbreviation, RIP. It's a tricky one to pronounce. Requiescat pace or pace, so it means may he rest in peace. Please understand that we know it is rest in peace, but the actual literal definition is may he rest in peace. When we played Central High, we made a big tombstone-shaped banner with RIP Eagles printed on it and hung it in the end zone. His tombstone read, RIP Billy Joe, father, son, and friend. So this one you've seen, you will see, so not a tricky one. Du jour, some of you have maybe heard this at a restaurant. It means of the day. It has 2 meanings. Its literal meaning is it's a food that is being served that day. So like soup of the day, so soup du jour. But sometimes more recently it's being used to describe something that is greatly enjoyed, but probably short-lived in popularity or in publicity. So I gave you 2 examples here. The waitress told us that the soup du jour was clam chowder, so we see that used in its food, and that's usually when you're going to hear this word. And then long hair was the style du jour. So that one is saying long hair is the style. It's very popular, greatly enjoyed, but it's probably short-lived and will go out of style soon. All right, your root words. Arm means army or weapon. I only gave you 2 words here, armory and disarm. And disarm is spelt wrong, look at that. Cog, to know. Incognito or unconscionable. Here's your brain. It's pretty cool. You can see the different parts, how your brain operates and what it's operating. Sid or kiss, to cut or kill. Decision or homicide. Dyna, power, hydrodynamic or dynasty. And that is it. Okay, please be sure to take notes. Please be sure to write these down. If you have lost the sheets I've given you, A, print them. They're on Google Classroom. Or B, write everything down on in your Ian. Please use problem solving. Please don't come to class and say, oh, I didn't have my sheets, so I didn't write it down. You are capable of figuring out how to fix this. I believe in you. Please be sure to take your real fast Google form assessment over this so that I know if you understood it right after it. So please take it right after doing your PowerPoint deal here. All right, love you guys.